The DJI Flip is a versatile drone, offering some capabilities for autonomous flying and close-range vlogging. However, in my opinion, it is first of all an excellent, affordable model for videography and photography. The direct competitor in the DJI lineup is the Mini 3, priced similarly. I have already compared the two models for videography. In this video, I will put them face to face for photo quality and functionalities. The two models share the same camera with a 1/1.3-inch sensor, a field of view equivalent to 24mm, and a fixed exposure of f1.7, wider than any other DJI model. The true photo resolution is 12 megapixel, but a 48 megapixel mode is also available. It is obtained by splitting each pixel into 4 smaller ones. It is useful for large print and deep crops, but it is much more demanding in terms of computer resources. The 48 mode was added to the Mini 3 after a few months via firmware update. The most important feature difference is that hyperlapse mode is available only with the Flip. For many users, this can be a deciding factor for the Flip over the Mini 3. Panorama mode is available in both models, although the Mini 3 doesn't offer vertical pano. The camera of the Flip cannot rotate vertically to take photos in portrait mode like the Mini 3. However, this feature is not as important for photo as it is for footage, as it is always possible to crop an image to vertical orientation without a noticeable loss of resolution. Both models have an HDR photo mode, but the Flip can take several images versus only 3 for the Mini 3. In images taken in high dynamic range situations, generally against the sun, it is possible to use some editing programs to merge the images to HDR. The 7 images of the Flip deliver excellent results. I use Luminar Neo, my favorite editing program for photos. You will find info about it together with a discount coupon in the description of this video. You can watch my video about it by clicking on the link above. There are a few other minor differences between the two models. The Flip has a wider range of shutter speed values from 1/1600 of a second up to 8 seconds of simulated long exposure, versus 1/8000 of a second to 2 seconds for the Mini 3. The longer exposure is useful in urban situations, using the drone as a regular camera positioned on a level surface for creative shots. The Flip has a maximal ISO value of 6400 for 12 megapixel photos versus 2200 for the Mini 3. However, ISO values are not needed for still images, as the wide aperture of the lens of these two models can gather plenty of light. Since the two models share the same camera, we might expect them to produce images of the same quality. However, this is not the case, as the image processor and the algorithm play an important part. The Mini 3 Pro and the Mini 3 were the first models equipped with this camera. The image quality was a big step forward compared to previous lightweight models, but there was room for improvement in detail, contrast and color rendition. To fully exploit the camera potential, DJI introduced a new image processor in the Mini 4 Pro, the same fitted in the Flip. In the 3 years since the Mini 3 release, DJI has tweaked the algorithm several times to optimize image quality. All images are taken in RAW format and exported to JPEG. They were shot in the same places, with similar light conditions, although not one after the other, as I generally do, as sadly my Mini 3 is currently not working. Watching them face to face, I noticed more detail, richer colors and better structure of the sky in the ones taken with the Flip. But what counts is your opinion, so let me know what you think in the comment below. In images taken in the direction of the sun, a situation very difficult to handle, both models perform well, without chromatic aberrations or nasty flares. However, once again, the Flip has much more detail and contrast. In low light images, the difference in quality in favor of the Flip is even more evident. It is hard to believe that the Flip images were taken in low light. But believe me, it was very dark. However, I've noticed that under these conditions, the Mini 3 gets better results by merging 3 images to HDR. Click on this link to watch my comparison between the Flip and the Mini 3 for videography. And don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video interesting. Thank you.